Spring is a season where everything in nature is coming back to life. This vitality of the earth and her emergence from winter into spring also takes place in us, in our human bodies, in our psyche, in our energy fields. And we can actually work with this vibrancy of spring to support us in every single area of life. And that is what this video is about. My name is Taraney Nicole. I am a sacred feminine leader, and I have a mystery school called The Vessel. And in this video, I'm going to share with you all about spring and specifically how you can work with the energetics and the themes of this spring to support you in blossoming in your own life. So there's this mystery teaching that is seated deep within the Tao and the Tantric way of life, which comes to know the fact that yang, that life force frequency, that birth, the masculine energy that's penetrative in its nature can only come from the yin, from the feminine, from the void, from the essence of life being well rested. But hopefully, in some way possible, you were able to get that deep nourishment of winter. And in this way, as spring is emerging, that yang frequency, that pulse of life is really beginning to wake up and radiate in your own system. So as you're starting to see around you, all the flowers and the plants and the birds begin to sing and wake up to life, this is also radiating through your own veins, through your own nervous system, and beginning to wake you up in this same way. So with the energetics of spring, we're looking at radiance. We're looking at that big, heart-opening, life is coming back to me. Spring is a really important time to address our vitality and to look at the life force energy that's flowing through us right now in the start of spring and where we ultimately want to be. I'm just gonna put it out there that you want to feel resourced, that you want to feel resonance with your life, with the actions you're taking, with the connections you're making, with the money that's coming to you and leaving you. You want to feel resonance in the entire spectrum of your life. That resonance comes through deep-seated trust. A seed is beginning to germinate on the very edge of winter, and those roots are beginning to form and sprout down into the earth, and that little stem is emerging out from the soil and reaching towards the sky. It's an energetic of trust that is emerging that plant upwards. And so in this way, in the beginning of spring, we are also invited to look at our relationship with trust and the way that maybe we are not trusting life, the way that we're not trusting ourselves, and in the way that we're maybe going against what's organic and what's natural for us. And through this deep introspection and looking at the shadows and parts of your life and your brain, those dark corners that maybe are out of resonance with where you're deeply desiring to go, you can fine-tune the energetics within you and all around you that'll support you in finding resonance on your path. Spring is about that resurgence of life force. And so cultivating this life force can be done with practice. And that practice can look like slowing down to do your breath work, slowing down to tend to your temple so that her vitality feels nourishing, tuning into maybe doing a cleanse, an Ayurvedic food cleanse, a juice cleanse, something to support your internal physical body, the vessel that is housing your feminine soul, giving it the nourishment it needs so that it can have the rich vitality to go out in the world and do the big things that you're desiring to experience this spring. When we take care of our inner vessel, it begins to radiate outwards. So within, so without. It's like a beautiful, not just saying, but it's actually a way of life. When we nourish the inner temple, when we go into the depths of ourselves, when we bring care, when we bring nourishment, it begins to radiate outside us, not only in our vibrational essence, but also in the parts of life that we're an energetic match for. So say, for instance, you're wanting to have new people come into your life. You're wanting to have enriching experiences with community, with people, with loved ones, right? You have to be an energetic match for that. And this isn't to say that anything's wrong with you if this isn't happening. It's like the actual experience of caring for yourself in your vitality, to believe that you're worthy, to believe that you have the bandwidth, the energy to go out and have these experiences, to make these moves, to be able to hold more. You expand your ability to hold more by caring for yourself. It's about tuning our energy field to still come into that yin so that the vitality, the yang energy, can move through us in a way that is organic. I believe that spring is a very, very supportive time to kind of dig deeper into finding what your organic energy is, and therefore really clearing out what is inorganic for you. Now, this is really important because spring is not quite as rich in its yang energy as summer. Summer is like, boom, everything's in bloom, the energy is high, it's rolling, it's going, right? Whereas spring, it's like there's still that essence of leisure, of the yang and the yin dancing together. There's like a deep wave of harmonious balance where sometimes we're more in our yin and sometimes we're more in our yang. And by flowing with this, you can really discover, okay, where do I need to step back? Where do I need to lean in so that I'm actually living in resonance with my organic energy? Finding your organic essence is going to be a key energetic and awareness and practice for spring. Just as the organic natural world is finding its roots and is reaching towards the sky and finding its nourishment, you get to do this in the same way by remembering you're not too different than a plant. You still need sunlight, you still need grounding earth, you still need water. So make sure that you're taking care of yourself so that you can find your own organic energy. When you feel well rooted in your life, you are unstoppable, you are unshakable, you radiate, you have this like efflorescent, heartwarming essence that is naturally attractive. This is the way of the feminine. When the feminine is really in her sweet spot, she naturally attracts what's for her. It's when she's living in rigidity, when she's living in synthetic nature, when she's pushing herself and she's not fully living in alignment with her feminine soul's true desire, which is gentleness, which is grace, which is resonance. And so if you're wanting to experience more fluidity, more resonance in your life, slow down, tap into your vital wellspring within you, and find your organic blueprint. Discover what you really want. Decide what your goals are for spring. And before you go out and charge to make them happen, look at the resources within you, within your energy field, within your relationship to life, within your organic flow of giving and receiving, resting and acting, to make sure that you're setting yourself up for success energetically to go out and meet those goals and meet those milestones. Because when you do that, you're opening yourself up to receive what you're setting out to do in a much deeper capacity. When we're not living with the seasons, we're really blocking our nervous system, our multidimensionality, our brain-body connection. We're blocking it so that it's not really able to fully experience the richness, the overwhelming dance of life, and it's kind of just skimming the surface. Well, the energetics of spring are here to rewire your system to learn how to feel satiated, to feel the sustenance, to feel the satisfaction of the way that life is meeting you. So by slowing down, taking care of your inner temple, making way for rituals, ceremonies, and practices that expand your capacity to feel more, that clear your vessel so that you can feel more of life and anchor more life through your vitality. It doesn't need to be hard. I think so many of us get stuck in the experience of life should feel hard, meeting our goals should feel hard, and I'm here to say, no, it doesn't have to be that way. If you want it to be that way, yeah, but it doesn't have to be that way. Life can feel gentle. Life can feel satisfying from a really organic, smooth space. And that doesn't mean that we're not working towards our goals, that we're not putting effort in. It just means that we're taking those actions from a space of vitality. We're pouring ourselves forward from a full cup. And this brings me to my final point of spring that feels really important to remind you that it's okay to empty yourself. I think a lot of times women feel like they have to be in this overflow, that they always have to be in this giving essence. That is the number one thing that's going to lead you to burnout comes, summer, winter. Give yourself time to empty out. It is an opportunity for you to slow down, to empty all the stories, to empty all the energy that you've been holding, all the connections you've been making, all those threads of life and the way it's connecting to you, to let it all empty out so that you can come back to your center. As humans, we're naturally always in communication and connection with the world around us. That's how our nervous system works, that's how our auric field works. And so by giving yourself space to empty out regularly this spring, that is how you will facilitate filling yourself up so that you can genuinely pour forward from a full cup of your own organic essence. So all in all, spring is about finding your resonance, attuning to your self-trust, believing in yourself, and really coming home to your organic blueprint so that you can live a life that is genuinely aligned for you. Drop all the expectations, to drop all the masks and the barriers of trying to be something that you're not, or trying to move through life in a way that isn't really for you, and giving you space to shed all of that so that you can root down into the earth and blossom this spring into your true nature. That is the essence of prosperity, of allowing yourself to feel so fulfilled by who you are at your core, that you naturally believe in yourself, that you naturally feel self-trust, and you're naturally in resonance with the life that you hold. And that is my prayer for you this spring, to feel so full in your true self that you feel satiated and satisfied by life. That is the feminine. Thank you for tuning into this video. I hope that spring is a vibrant time for you and you take all of these little cues and guides that I'm sharing with you seriously, because it is this magic that will open you up to really, really, really loving all that spring has to offer you. Slow down, be with the plants, be with the sun, be with the water. Allow your feminine essence to be nurtured by life just as the flowers are. Because you're not that different than a plant. Just because your roots aren't physically in the earth doesn't mean that they're not energetically tethered to the earth. And the more you can root down, the more you'll blossom. Alrighty, beauty. See you on the other side. If you enjoyed the information I shared with you in this video, I invite you to join me in the Vessel Mystery School. The Vessel Mystery School is a sanctuary for the sacred feminine arts and the deep teachings of how to live in harmony with your feminine essence, as well as the ancient rituals and ceremonies that women have practiced throughout the ages, this lost wisdom, how to bring it into the throne of your life and start practicing in a way that gives you a deeper understanding of what it means to be a woman. In the Vessel Mystery School, I share deeper mysteries teachings on the feminine, her arts and cyclical nature, as well as rituals, ceremonies, and practices to bring all of this information into your body so that you can deepen your own medicine and blossom your capacity to hold a life of richness. If you feel the calling to join the Vessel Mystery School, explore the link down below and try out our free trial. Alrighty, see you there, darling.